Chiefs up against the Highlanders in Super Rugby Aotearoa. These are the guys who opened us off in terms of getting the competition underway, and it was a game with a bit of a close finish. 28 points to 27 in the Highlanders' favour in that opening game when they were the home team. Obviously this time they're the away team, so it's a bit of a different story. Bryn Gatland, who was the architect of his old man's demise, I guess, in that first game, he is not in the squad, so maybe his dad will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief for that one. But anyway, it's a tough game because both of these teams are towards the bottom of the table. The Chiefs are still winless. Somebody asked me the other day if they've got any chance of winning it. I think the Crusaders would essentially have to drop all their games from here on out for the Chiefs to have any chance. The Chiefs have got a few points, but it's only losing bonus points. They haven't got any wins. It's none from 4. The Crusaders have got the opposite record, 4 from none. So yeah, it's all about saving a bit of face here. And likewise, unless the Crusaders are likely to drop 3 games, probably a bit of a similar story for the Highlanders. So maybe this is a battle to avoid the wooden spoon. Nobody wants to be that bottom team. It's usually the Blues without fail, but it's going to be someone else this year, probably. We'll see. In terms of the lineups, there are a few changes to the squads. The Chiefs have got Ross, Slater, and Laulala in the front row. Ba'ai and Brown are the second row. Boshia, Kane, and Sawakula the back row. Kane's been getting a wee bit of stick from Kiwi fans now that he's been named All Black captain. And the Chiefs aren't having a great run. Gatland's been getting stick as well. Anyone associated with the Chiefs at the moment is getting a bit of stick, but especially those who've got a bit of higher profile. Webber's at 9. I've said it before that he hasn't really fired to that same level he did last year, so he'll be hoping for a big game. Caleb Trask gets the nod at 10, which means our man Cruden is on the bench. Cruden is another one. Like, he's been good in patches, but some of his handling's been really poor. The Chiefs' handling in general has been really poor, and it's a hard one. You got to wonder what's going on in Chiefs country. Is there a bit of, I don't know, unrest that like Gatland's leaving next year for that Lions tour? It just seems weird that the guys who would normally, they're professional rugby players and are paid to catch, pass, kick a ball, they can't catch. It just seems bizarre that they've suddenly really switched off. Nankerville and ALB are the midfield. D-Max at 15, Wainu is at 14, and Alamalo is back in the 11 jersey. So it means there's still no Sean Stevenson. Tahuri Orangi is on the bench alongside Cruden, Tupaya, Karpik, Helden Hayes, Thompson still there. Yeah, they're still lacking for a bit of cover in certain positions, that's for sure. Arkoy is still out with concussion. Ta'avel still out. I think it's a leg injury for him. So, yeah, their injury list is a pretty long one. It just seems to be a thing with the Chiefs year after year. Bit of good news, though, on the injury front if you're a Highlanders fan, because Josh Iwane is back after a long layoff. He is only starting on the bench for this one. It's, I suppose, a case of kind of easing him back in rather than throwing him in the deep end, but maybe you need the deep end at this point. But that being said, Mitch Hunt's not been bad. People underrate that guy a bit, and with the results the way they go, I think I can kind of see that. Like, you're hardly going to be singing the praises too much of a guy on a team which is 1 from 3. All the praise is going Aaron Smith's way, but Makele Tu'u has been a bit of a revelation. Like I mentioned, I think Hunt's been pretty good. The other Hunt, Dylan, he's been okay too, so lots of tackles from him. But they really need to fire. Johnston, Dixon, Tokolahi, front row. Parkinson, Pari Parkinson is another one who's been a bit of a top performer this year for the Highlanders. He's there. Jack Wetton, Hunt, Frizzell, and Tu'u, like I mentioned, are the back row. Aaron Smith and Mitch Hunt, same 9-10 combo. Tompkinson, Thompson midfield. Josh Mackay comes in on the right wing. I don't know that I've seen him play wing before, or if I just got a bad memory. Quite possible. Fullback 10 is what I thought was kind of where he was at, but maybe I'm just getting confused. Michael Collins is fullback. Scott Gregory is still there on that left wing. Nadeki is on the bench. Like I mentioned, Josh Iwane is on the bench. Fakatava is on the bench because Hamilton, I think, is out for the season. He's had an injury with his hand. Coltman, De Groot. I think De Groot will be on debut if he comes on, the prop. Thwaites, who's been a bit of an impact prop, is still there. Selby Rickett and Parete. Yeah, Dan Leonard-Brown, I think, is injured, which is why De Groot is into the squad. So, yeah, it's a bit of a battle for pride. You don't want to finish below the Blues, so a win here would certainly be most welcome. I don't know how many Chiefs fans are going to get out there for this one to play the second bottom team against the bottom team. I hope a few people get out there because you don't want your team languishing at the bottom of the table with no support. I've been there as a Blues fan, so hopefully the Chiefs will try and cheer their team to a good performance. They are favoured to win it. If you look at the predictions, the bookies have got the Chiefs by 6, and Rugby Forecast algorithm has got the Chiefs by 9. So the Chiefs are favoured to get the job done. The Highlanders haven't been terrible. They were really absolutely written off before this competition started. They've had one of the better lineouts overall from Super Rugby Aotearoa. It's been one of the weaknesses of most of the teams, to be fair. The Chiefs all round, though, their skill sets just have not been up to the level that we would expect. So, yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Both teams should be absolutely desperate to get another win because the Highlanders have had 3 losses on the trot and the Chiefs have had 4. So, if there's no other reason to want to get a win, that desperation should be the major factor. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think on this one. How do you think it's going to go? It is our Sunday game, so it's the only game on this Sunday. So despite the fact that it's the 2 bottom teams, they should be desperate, and hopefully it'll be a good watch. Yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later. Right, guys, so if you are looking to get your fix on rugby, and it's Super Rugby Aotearoa or Super Rugby AU that you want to watch, ESPN Plus seems to be the best option out there in terms of pricing because they're at $4.99 American per month. However, you have to live in America. If you don't, you can do what I'm doing here and use a VPN. The one I use is ExpressVPN. The link for that is down in the description. There's like a sign-up code for 3 months free if you go for a year, 30-day money-back guarantee and all that jazz. But give it a crack. Connect to a server in America. That's what I'm doing here. I'm on Seattle. And when you go to a site like this one, ESPN Plus, so ESPN.com/ESPN Plus, instead of getting a page error like this one, you will actually get the content which Americans would be able to see because you're kind of now technically in America. So like I've already got an ESPN Plus account. You can see here, sign up for $4.99 a month. If you click that, it'll take you through to a standard sign-up page. You've got to give your name, you've got to give your email address and a credit card. I think you can use PayPal as well, but when I tried PayPal, it didn't work. I used the credit card. I think the one thing you might have to do is Google a American postcode. I had to Google an American postcode to be able to sign up. But essentially, you sign up, and it's $4.99 a month. Once you're signed up, you get into your account, like I'm in my account here. It's got all the stuff. It's got some UFC. Anything with ESPN Plus in the corner of the image is the stuff that you can stream. So it looks like there's some like FA Cup stuff and some movies like Bruce Lee. There's some UFC, other stuff like Serie A, football if you're into that. But basically what I'm into is the rugby. So I'm going to the magnifying glass, typing rugby. And the only rugby that's on at the moment is Super Rugby Aotearoa and Super Rugby AU. So as I record this, here are the upcoming games. In this first row, you can see all to see the full list. And then here are the on-demand games if you want to go back and watch them. If you missed them live or you just want to go back and watch them. So you can see all to see the previous ones as well. So yeah, that's pretty much as simple as that. If you click on an upcoming one, it's going to tell you it hasn't started yet. If you want to watch it live, you can at the start time. If you want to watch it on demand, you just go here and watch it on demand. You do have to be a little bit careful. See these duplicated ones. You want the ESPN Plus one, not the ESPN2 one. That's the only kind of word of advice that I would give. But yeah, guys, ESPN Plus using the VPN. As I said, link to the VPN in the description if you want to give that a crack. As I said, it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so give it a try, and if you don't like the way it works, you can just get a refund. But simple as that, guys. Talk to you again soon. See you later.